Alright guys, I'm going into Horizon Worlds right now, so you can see my avatar. There's me. So, a couple things you can do in here. You can go play, and you can play games. You can hang out. There's the main lobby, which is called the Plaza. But I want to show you how you can build stuff. So... where is... Test pizza area. I think that's the one. Yeah, let's go in there. Okay, so we're loading here. It might take a second. The creating the objects is actually pretty easy. The coding is a bit confusing because I find there's not a lot of resources right now. But what's cool about this is you can find actual people in the metaverse and literally talk to them and learn how to do stuff. So this is one thing that I've made so far right here. So this is my pizza oven. Okay. And I'm just messing around with it. I mean, I'm definitely not an expert by any means at all. But my pizza down here, you can pick it up. And if I stick it in, change colors. So I burned it basically. And it's got gravity on it, so the pizza can move around however you want. And I even have my pizza paddle, which is cool. So my idea is, you know, stick my pizza in the oven type of thing, right? And I got a little smoke effect going on with my pizza oven, so I thought it was kind of cool. This is my table I was building, so I will show you what that looks like. Okay, so right now these are my two hands. So you can kind of scroll around. So I'm pulling the trigger to pull them apart and zoom in. Okay. So right now this table, for example, it's too big. So what I can do is I need to make this thing smaller. So I'm trying to remember how do you connect? Oops, I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to remember how to actually grab two objects at the same time. I think I got it. There we go. So it's too big, so we can make it smaller. We can move it. We can make it skinnier. We can also do that. Right now it's on snap mode. That's why it's kind of going funny. So let's move this thing over here. And we'll make it a bit bigger. Oops. Okay, we can put our little stool right beside it. And you can, what's cool is that you can look right up, literally underneath it and everything. It's almost like Iron Man, you know what I mean? You can just sort of reposition things how you like. Okay. Now let me show you the code on my pizza here. The code's a little bit messy, so it's not going to be that nice. I should clean it up a lot more. And let's see. It's been a little while since I've used this. Okay. All right. So this code block right now, it says when a trigger is entered by object, then it says play the sound on the object and set the pizza color to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, which is basically like a black gray color. Okay. If you look at the code over here, it's basically just blocks. If you've done scratch coding before, a lot of this is very similar. You just pull blocks out. Not really that difficult. Okay. So if you look at the pizza object, let's look at the pizza first. Okay. This thing is called pizza crust. Okay. I made it interactive and it is grabbable and it has physics. This thing is connected to this trigger object right here. The trigger object, okay, it has two things attached to it. It has a script called S, okay, and a script called PIZ, okay. And the PIZ, it's linked to, the script that is linked to it is script 3, which is this guy over here, okay. So this is script number 3. And there's two variables. One is called S and one's called PIZ. I don't even remember what the S was for. I think what I was trying to do is I was trying to make it play a sound, and I don't think I got that quite working. But this trigger is called pizza crust right here. Okay, and it's linking to this thing. So essentially, when this trigger, because this is what's this trigger right here is connected to script 3. When a trigger is entered by any object, which is going to be this guy right here, okay, then it's going to play a sound on S. And that sound, I don't think it was working correctly. Maybe it does. I'm not sure, but the sound wasn't quite working. And then it's going to change the PIZ, which PIZ is called pizza crust. Okay. And it changes that color to black. So it's a bit confusing, but the coding's kind of neat. So like I said, it's very much like Scratch. It took me a little while to get this thing actually working. And I'm still learning a lot about this, and even me explaining it right now I don't think is quite right. Okay, but I'll show you again how it works, and then I'll show you how you can build an object too. So again, I pick up my pizza crust. Let's see if I hear a sound. It did actually work. So I hear the little beep noise. I don't know if you heard it, but the beep noise did actually work. Okay, so let me show you another thing. Let's say I want to build another object here. Okay, so let's build I don't know, a little mini table. I have a table already there, but let's build another one. Okay. So to build a table, what we're going to do is, there we go. I'm hitting the button right there. It's on my thumbstick. And you can pull anything out that you need. So let's go ahead and make a, that's an interesting shape. Let's just do a normal table. So pull that out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out a bit. I'm kind of turning of my hand here. And let's try and make it bigger like that. But it's definitely too big. Kind of like that. And I can kind of tilt it however I like with my hand. And then we're going to add some legs to this thing. So let's go and add 4 legs. I'm going to get this thing out of here. Okay, now to make the legs, I'm going to make them taller for sure. I'm definitely going to make them skinnier too. So let's make them skinnier. And all of this I'm doing with my hands. I'm not using anything else. So kind of look here, it's a little bit off. So you can kind of tilt it however you need. You can lock it too. It'll be a little bit easier if you're doing like locking. Once you've got your leg done, you can actually clone it. I believe. Let me clone this again. What's the left side? Yep, there we go. So I'm using right there. There's a little plus button, so I'm selecting it and then I'm pushing it, and I'm getting another one. Oh, it looks like I got a bunch of them there now. Okay, I got too many. I don't want any more duplicates. Okay, so I got too many. I got to delete some of these here. How do we delete here? Gotta click it in. Oops. There we go. Okay, so we got our 4 legs. Maybe this one's gonna get moved a bit. And I might want to lock this, maybe to be easier. Let's see if we lock it, if it's a bit better position-wise. Not really. It's making it worse. Okay. Either way, you get the idea here. So it takes some time. We just kind of line things up how you'd like. And then what we can do is we can paint it. So we'll do that. And you can group everything as well together, which is cool. So let's see if I remember how to group all this. I think I got it all. There we go. So I got everything here. If we hit this button, we can go to the paint styles. We can go to maybe a wood. Let's try solid. And there's different textures we can use. do wood, and then we click. And there we go. We got our oops, let's turn that off. We got our little table here, which is kind of cool. Let's make it a bit smaller, and we'll see what it looks like. So you can see right there, there's the guy, so you can see relative scale, you know, how big should this thing be. So let's try that, and I can even put the pizza oven. Or the pizza, let's see if I can pick it up. Oh, I might have locked it, I can't remember. Let's see. Let's put it on the table. Alright, let's try it out. So I'm going to hit the preview button. Oh, it fell off. Oh, my table's on a bit of an angle. Yeah, it's sliding off, so I do have to play around with it. But didn't really take that long to make my little table there. It's not perfect, obviously. You know, even this table is not perfect. Oh, my pizza's way out of there. I made this stool, same kind of style. I made this pizza paddle. It's got 2 triangles, a little rectangle there, and then basically a cylinder. And then my idea was going to put my pizza right on here and then stick it in. But yeah, that is a little preview of building stuff in Horizons World. Very much like Iron Man in a way. It's kind of cool. I'm definitely learning a lot about this, and I'm not an expert by any means at all. So, that was cool. Thought I would share it with you guys.